Okay, in this video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in Seattle, Washington. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to share with you one of the secrets that I'm sure you didn't even know about Seattle. And so I'm going to go ahead and get to it right now. And listen, if this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is about eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good, the bad of living in Seattle, Washington, go ahead and subscribe below so that we can help you get all the notifications of the current market that is going on in Seattle, Washington. My name is Sheila Duncan, and we're always getting calls from people just like you wanting help with making the move to Seattle, Washington, and we absolutely love it. So listen, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email so that we can help you make the smooth move to Seattle, Washington. What I'm going to talk about today are the pros and cons of living in Seattle. So with everything, there's always pros and there's always cons. But I think, or I know from living here, that there are way more pros of living in Seattle than there are cons. So we're going to start off with the pros. I don't know if you're aware or not, but Seattle is called the Emerald City. It's called the Emerald City because of the greenery. Like, it is so green, so lush, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful place. And so that is where it gets the name, the Emerald City. If you like nature, if you like hiking, boating, kayaking, anything dealing with nature, whether it's walking on the different trails here, if you like walking through the forest, if you like kayaking on the rivers, skiing, whatever there is to do with nature, Seattle is the place that you want to be. There's so much nature here, so much things to do. If you're like an outdoorsy person, this is the place for you. Trust me, because we're always hiking. They have like different mountains here that you can hike. And also we have like different islands in Seattle, different islands you can go to, like Bainbridge Island, you have Mercer Island, you have like just different Anderson Islands. So if you get bored and you just want to visit another island, then you just get on the ferry, go to the other side. People work on different islands, but then they catch the ferry to come over to the main city, which is Seattle, which is great. So it's just so many things to do. And one of the biggest things about Seattle is a great career opportunities. A great career opportunity. And Seattle constantly ranks as 10 of the top cities for jobs. And it's specifically known, Seattle is specifically caters to tech companies. So it's considered one of the best cities in America for tech jobs specifically. So the major tech companies here, just to name a few, the headquarters for Microsoft is here, Starbucks, you have Nintendo here, you have Boeing, Amazon. So these are like the major tech companies that are here. But then you also have the presence of strong other companies here. For example, we have Google, we have Facebook, we have Apple, just to name a few. Another good pro, I think, of living in Seattle is there's no state income tax, which is great. We do have federal tax, but we don't have any state income tax. So for example, if you make, say, $50,000 a year, then you're going to save about $5,000 because there's no state tax. But on the downside is our federal tax is about 10.5%. So, you know, it just kind of, you have to just weigh your pros and your cons. Now, another pro of living in Seattle is, oh my God, the food. The food is absolutely just amazing. I mean, They have so many different types of food. It's just like a melting pot here in Seattle. So you have so many different ethnic groups. And so all of them, the food is just really great. The good thing about the restaurants here in Seattle, we have like a lot of farmland, like on the outskirts, where we have local farmers bring in fresh produce. So most of the ingredients, or all of the ingredients in the foods of the restaurants, they're like just locally grown. So it's gonna have like a different taste than if you had something that was like canned. Whereas in Seattle, you're getting like the freshest of the fresh, because they use the local farmers here. So they put all those local produce in the foods here. So you're gonna have, like I said, a different taste. The seafood dishes in Seattle are some of the best in the country. And we also have a great selection of Asian foods as well. We have Mediterranean foods, we have Mexican, we just have all different types of foods, and the food is absolutely delicious. Like, you can't go wrong anywhere. We have like a lot of good landmarks here. We have Pike's Place Market. We have the Museum of Pop. We have like so many different things here. Just to let you know, Seattle also ranked among the smartest cities in America in 2018. Like, that is a little nugget that I'm sure you didn't know. It was ranked one of America's smartest cities in 2018, with 47% of Seattleites holding a bachelor's degree. That is the highest percentage of degrees of bachelor holders in the nation. Think about that. Maybe because it's so techy here, don't know, but they have the highest degree holders in the nation. Seattle is such a beautiful city. Also, we are the best coffee city in America, but I mean you would know that because Starbucks headquarters is here. So, to be honestly and frank, there is a Starbucks on every single corner. I mean, sometimes there's like 2 Starbucks in like a little block. So there, it's everywhere. So I am not surprised that we are the best coffee city in America. Now we're gonna start off with the cons of living in Seattle, Washington. So one of the cons of living in Seattle, Washington is the cost of living in Seattle is very expensive. As a matter of fact, in 2019, Seattle was ranked the 5th most expensive city in the country, trailing behind Manhattan, San Francisco, and Honolulu. So that tells you a lot, because the average, say, 1 bedroom in Seattle is about $2,200 a month, and the square footage is probably a little bit over 600 square feet. The average home price in Seattle is about $799,000. So if you're planning to move to Seattle, that is one of the things that you have to think about. Like I said, the home prices in Seattle is about $799,000, but it appreciates a lot annually, so that is a good thing. Another con of living in Seattle, Washington is the housing market is nowhere near affordable. Like, it's very, very expensive, like I said, to live in Seattle. The worst thing, I think, is the traffic. The traffic in Seattle is absolutely horrifying. Like, it is terrible. Like, time and time again, Seattle is ranked as one of the worst cities for traffic in the country. Is ranked as one of the worst cities in the country for traffic, because just getting to the store, trying to get from traveling like 3 miles, especially during rush hour, even if you wanted to go 3 miles, it may take you about 40 minutes just to go 3 miles, because that is how bad the traffic is in Seattle. Another con is Seattle homeless is very high. It's the 3rd highest homeless population in the U.S. So we do have somewhat of a really bad homeless problem in Seattle. There's a lot of homeless people here in Seattle. And one of the things that the nuggets that I wanted to let you know that I mentioned in the earlier part of the video, that is Seattle, it rains a lot. It's really gloomy, especially the rain starts about the end of October until about March. So during that whole time, it's like the skies are gray, they're gloomy, it's overcast, it's raining, but it's not like a hard rain like on the East Coast where it's like the sky is opening up and the rain is just gushing out. It's not like that. It's like a mist. Sometimes it may rain a little bit, but often, most of the time, it's just a mist. But it's like really overcast and gloomy. But we still get out, we still exercise, we still see our homes. We still do all this stuff. Go hiking, go kayaking, or whatever we want to do. Because what are you going to do? You're going to stay in the house from October until March. The children here, they still go out for recess. We still do everything that we would normally do if it were hot here. So you get used to it. But the summers are really, really, really amazing. The spring and everything like that. But we are on the cons, so we're going to talk about the cons. But a little nugget that you didn't know is Seattle gets less rain than New York City or DC. So that is something to think about, because when you think of Seattle, the thing people ask me about when they know that I'm from Seattle or I live in Seattle, the first thing they ask me is, gosh, how do you deal with all the rain? Like, it rains, but it's like I said, it's just a mist. And just think about it. DC, Washington DC, and New York gets more rain than we do. That is something to think about. So that tells you something right there. But the winters seem really, really long because, like I said, it's so overcast and the days just drag on. It gets dark about 4:30, 4:45 in the wintertime. So not only do you have like the rain, the overcast, the cloudiness, then it gets dark like 4:30, 4:45. So when you're sitting at home or you're doing whatever you like to do and you're thinking like it's like, say, 9 o'clock at night, it might just be 6. So the winters, it just kind of drags on. I think that I have covered everything as far as the pros and the cons of living in Seattle. So again, my name is Sheila Duncan. We always get calls every single day. People like you wanting help with making the move to Seattle. And we absolutely love it. So listen to me. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, so we can help you either make the smooth move to Seattle or help you in Seattle to buy and sell a house. Either way, we're here. So again, I hope to see you around town. We'll talk soon.